And last thing about the continuation of spiked emotions, there's also the point that there is times that I would drink, and when I'm trying to talk to someone over the phone, and just so that way I can receive something from them or receive their attention or acceptance or understanding of my point of view, I would just start crying maybe because of the alcohol. Like the tears would help them feel bad or would warp the conversation in my favor. And even though I wouldn't really believe it in that moment, I know now that it was a tactic that I had developed even unconsciously to become one of my defense mechanisms or one of my attack mechanisms to get what I wanted from the situation, or to kill the situation that I may have ignited in the first place and realizing there was no point for it. So I send that text out with the goal of exposure and damage and everything. They don't mix well, by the way, so I don't recommend doing that. And so no one responds. No one even checks up on me. Not anyone. I sent it to a lot of people. Things like that I will say this. When you completely ignore someone, especially when they're in potential turmoil, that can lead to them maybe committing suicide or maybe taking out their rage or their anger in other methods, or festering that rage and anger until it explodes somewhere else. And then, you never know what it's going to lead to. So there's just better ways to address that. And I do believe that's something that the family could have been more attuned to. But then again, I did not present it well, and it could have been presented much better. I got a text message from one person, but I called back in terms of family, and they just didn't answer. But my cousins did reach out, and it was nice that the first day I was able to spend 2 days with one of my cousins. But after that, I wasn't. And in my head, I was thinking like, damn, like I wanted to stay longer. Like I just needed a little time to get myself together. But they had kids and they had their own business and life. And let's see. So yeah, there's just a lot of things that they were doing, and it's not my place to try to put myself in their home and force that matter just because of my situation. If it were me, I would definitely let someone stay, but that's me. I mean, maybe we're different people, but that's something that I realized that that had happened. So anyways, this eventually led to me living with my grandpa, who had more than once allowed me to move in whenever situations weren't going well. So this would be like the third time maybe, and I'm very appreciative for him for that.